We are back for another video on the ARK Fjordur map. Today we're going to be looking at my top 10 creatures that you need to tame on the Fjordur map, so let's get straight into it. Coming in at number 10 we have the Andrewsarchus, and I'm probably going to get some hate for sticking them all the way up at number 10, but I personally think these guys are an extremely good beginner's mount, and they're also very fun to use. As you can see, this is us spawning in on the map. Vanland South will take you directly to a spawn area for these guys, and you can tame one of these at level 1 if you wanted to, as it will spawn you on the beach. This is also a giga spawn, just moved up into the grass area from the beach. You tame them with honey. This is what the honey rocks look like, and there is a couple of these rocks scattered in this spawn location. All you need to do is put it in your quick slots. So yeah, as you can see, we just moved up a bit further from the beach. We just got our honey. We've got Andrewsarchus here as well, so have that, mate. And you just go up to man, and you play a nice cheeky little mini game, and that is how you tame them. Just hold your key down on the arrow prompts, which will increase the taming bar. Also the red bar around that is kind of like a rage meter. You don't want that to get full, you want to dismount before that gets full, chuck some more honey and repeat until it's tamed. Once you have one of these bad boys tamed, you'll be set for the early game. You can ride them with or without a saddle. They can jump great distances, sprint great distances. They're even very handy at swimming, as they're also pretty quick in the water, and the saddle does give you some unique passive abilities. When swimming with a saddle, your survivor will not lose any oxygen. Nothing can pick you if you're playing PvP, gives you radiation protection, and it even stops creatures stunning and dismounting you like the annoying Microraptors, Palovias, anything like that. It can protect you from the poison gas from poison wyverns and basilisks. It can even plow through rocks, which is quite interesting, even without a saddle. So they must have strong heads. And once saddled up, of course, you get access to the beastly minigun, which is probably useless on PvE, but who cares, it's a minigun. 360 degrees turret that takes advanced rifle bullets. However, it is quite a lot of fun. All these reasons are why the Andrewsarchus is a great tame. Coming in at number 9 we have the Magmasaur, and this is another map that gives us the opportunity to grab their eggs. Of course, they're the king gatherer for all those rare resources, great for farming stone, metal, obsidian, all that good stuff, with weight reduction for metal, metal ingots and ambergris. They're also quite quick, so if you live near a metal spawn you can farm it in no time. Of course, they can smelt metal and cook meat for you in their inventory. These are the main reasons it makes the list. Coming in at number 8 we have the Snow Owl. The Snow Owl is always a much needed tame on any map. With the ability to heal wild and tame creatures, it is an extremely valuable creature to have around. It makes it very useful to tame in any herbivores that are damaged, as if you find your desired creature that you want to tame and they're bloody from fighting creature in the wild, then you can just go and heal them with the Snow Owl, and you cannot do this with any other creature in the game. It's also a very quick flyer with the ability to dive, kind of like the Griffin, and quite a useful battle mount. The Snow Owl pellet, which is the equivalent of its feces, can be used as a very good fertilizer for your crops, or can be used as gacha food to boost the production of gacha crystals. It is a great scout for finding all those desired creatures that you can barely see at night time, as it does have an infrared vision ability. All these are reasons why the Snow Owl is such a good creature to have. Coming in at number 7 we have the Otter, probably one of the most vital shoulder pets in the game for the Fjordur map, as it is the coldest map we've ever had released, so it makes for the perfect companion to take around with you in those freezing cold locations. The Otter provides a stacking insulation effect to nearby survivors. The Otter can be carried around on your shoulder just like a scarf, so it keeps you extra warm. Leveling the Otter's melee damage will increase this effect, so for every extra 100% melee damage the Otter gains, it will grant around 75 hypothermic insulation and 34 hyperthermic insulation. And adding on to this, if you have enough of them, you can even incubate eggs. Along with being able to carry more than one of the same artifact in its inventory, they do have the backpack advantage, as everything you put into the Otter's inventory while on your shoulder will have a 50% weight reduction. The insulation of the Otters makes it a vital shoulder pet to have on the Fjordur map. Also, they're like the cutest creature in the game. Oh, look at that cute little face. Coming in at number 6 is going to be the Rock Drake, and Fjordur is the second official map where we have the ability to steal their eggs from their nesting grounds, which is big in the game for ARK. Of course, the first map was Aberration, which makes these a big yes for having to tame one of these guys. The nesting grounds are located in the southeastern part of Asgard. Rock Drake is an extremely versatile mount, being able to travel through all 3 realms freely as it is not a flyer. With its speed, agility, maneuverability and being a strong battle mount, it makes the Rock Drake extremely useful for any encounter, whether it be exploring land, sea and air. It's pretty nimble in the water, great for stealing any wyvern eggs, Rock Drake eggs, anything like that. And once again, it's another great taming aid, as you can wield your weapons while riding. You can even have a passenger wielding their weapons also, and it was the first original creature added to the game with a stealth mode ability. All these reasons are why you will need to tame a Rock Drake on this map. In at number 5 we have the Maywing. Hands down one of the best starter tames you can get. Saddle is unlocked at level 19, and once you have one of these you'll have no problems navigating around the map, as they are super quick. You can glide at speeds faster than any of the flyers in the game. Some might say that it feels like they can glide for infinite periods. They're also extremely quick in the water, and of course, being as they're not a flyer, you can also use them in the 3 realms. Added bonuses to the Maywing is it can look after your babies for you. All you need to do is enable nursing mode on it and just put the food that your babies want inside the Maywing, and the babies will eat from the Maywing. And you can boost the range of this by leveling up nursing effectiveness on the Maywing stats. Another great thing about the Maywing is they don't have a gender. Once mating them together, they will drop a random quality of fertilized egg for you. Basic, simple, regular, superior, exceptional or extraordinary. So you can make varieties of kibble with their eggs. And all these reasons are why you need to tame a Maywing on the Fjordur map. Coming in number 4 is the Fjordhawk. Probably one of the more annoying newer creatures to tame. These hawks are extremely good for anyone that dies a lot on the game, as whenever you die with them on your shoulder and respawn on your bed, the Fjordhawk would have flown to that bed and dropped your stuff off right in front of you. Clever girl. Which of course makes them great for being able to steal wyvern eggs and Rock Drake eggs. If you have some organic polymer in your hotbar quick slots, you can steal the eggs, suicide by consuming the polymer, instantly die, respawn, and you'll have yourself a free fertilized egg. It's pretty easy, so they can fetch drop bags for you without having to run in yourself. And while perched on your shoulder, they will tell you what wild creatures are low on health. Everybody wants to tame a Fjordhawk. Coming in at number 3 is going to be the mighty Giga. I would never normally put a Giga on a PvE top 10 list, but Gigas are much needed on this map, as they're the best method of killing mini bosses, especially Baylor. With a Giga, that boss is ridiculously easy. You can kill them with a Giga with a primitive saddle and average stats. Steinbjorn is a lot more of a challenge. You can't just walk in there with a Giga like I tried in this video. I was actually getting destroyed with my Giga that I did Baylor with, thinking I could probably breeze through as I had a better saddle, but yeah, he destroyed me, and luckily I got stuck in him and he couldn't attack me, so I ended up doing it anyway. Hey! But jokes aside, the Giga is the only creature that will deal a substantial amount of damage to Steinbjorn, as he's like a rubble kind of golem bear thing. But of course the Velonosaur ranged attack works very well against him. They drop element and really good blueprints, and this is why the Giga makes it so high up on the list. Coming in at number 2 is going to be the Shadowmane, of course, the jack of all trades mount that is pretty much good for anything and everything. Once tamed, they are the only bareback ridden creature in the game that has a natural armor rating. They do also come equipped with a debuff and reflective armor. This debuff is applied to any attackers that land a hit on it for 7 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. It appears as a pink cloud shrouding the attacker and does about 10 damage a tick, and will decrease damage done to your Shadowmane. This armor debuff can even affect bosses. With an array of abilities ranging from being able to jump extremely high and far with its charge jump ability, while its bite and claw attack deals average damage, it does have a charge bar for consecutive strikes, and once this reaches a glowing purple colour, it means it's ready to do the finishing strike, which can deal 4 times the regular damage. If the target is killed with that blow, it will fully recharge instantly. The males and females have their unique pack buffs. The male has a roar that will boost all nearby allied survivors and creatures for 30 seconds. All boosted allies will recover 50 stamina and torpidity per second, and have their speed increased by 50%. Damage will also be doubled for full male poison. There is a 28-second cooldown for this roar. This roar can only be used while they are mate boosted. The females have the ability to cloak, which can be extremely useful for a lot of scenarios. Can be used to cloak itself while not being mate boosted, and while being mate boosted, holding the cloak activation key down will also cloak every ally within 20 meters. They're also ridiculously fast in water and receive the hydration buff, which is the same buff the Spino gets while touching water. And they also do not have an oxygen stat, so they're very capable being used underwater. You can wield your weapon while riding, and you can have a friend on the back in the passenger seat also doing the same, so it makes taming a lot of creatures very easy. With its high damage and high health pool, it makes for a perfect boss fighter in any arena. In summary, all of this contributes to the Shadowmane being one of the strongest creatures in the whole of the ARK world. Coming in at number 1 is going to be the Desmodus, of course. Having one of these bats makes ARK so much easier than what it is. The Desmodus is the only flying creature that can fly in caves. It changes caves from being challenging to just being a breeze where you can just fly through, grab artifacts, no problem at all. Not to mention that these cave runs can be done in stealth with its stealth mode ability, which can be used at nighttime or when latched onto a ceiling in the daytime. Desmodus is equipped with night vision, which is just as good as it sounds. While using this at night time, you can see creatures highlighted clearly, so if you're out at night looking for those desired creatures to tame, you'll have no problem seeing them with this guy. Not only that, but when flying over the ocean, you can see all the way to the ocean floor. If you're a fan of those sea creatures, then it's pretty easy to spot all those sea creatures that you want to tame. When damaged, it can instantly heal a large portion of its health when automatically consuming a blood pack from its inventory. There is a cooldown on this, but this is pretty strong. It makes for a great taming aid, especially for solo players, as you can wield your weapons while riding. You can latch onto walls or ceilings. Unlike most flyers the size of the Desmodus can pick up quite a variety of creatures. A lot of larger, smaller creatures like Dinos, direwolves, beavers, ravagers. You can pick all these creatures up, take them back to the comfort of your base to tame them, or you can even knock them out from the comfort of your saddle anywhere you want. Being able to craft Sanguine Elixir. This is probably one of the most game-changing abilities in the whole game. You can craft these in the Desmodus inventory. All it needs is 200 blood packs to craft one, and of course the Desmodus farms blood packs like there's no tomorrow, so there's no issues getting those. It can boost taming progress by 30% once consumed, and it can also boost imprinting by 30% when caring for babies. The way it's used is, once crafted, stick it into one of your quick slots on your hotbar, go up next to the creature you're taming or caring for, look directly at them, and then click your hotbar key that it is assigned to, and it will do this for you automatically. It can only be used once on each creature. This can really make taming those annoying and difficult to tame creatures on official rates a lot easier, as that is almost 1/3 of the taming progress completed just from crafting one of these bad boys. And we all know how long it takes to raise a Giga Baby on official. Well, you'll be able to boost that imprint bonus by 30%, which is a massive boost. The Desmodus is one of the most OP creatures in the game as of now, and you need to go and tame one, or 10, or 20. That's going to be the end of the video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll catch you all in the next one. Take care. Goodbye.